we can even do stuff like const button equals document dot, well, it doesn't, we don't have a button yet, right? But we could do something like, let's put one. Okay. Let's put a button here. Dang it. Button, update heading. And we could say document.querySelector. Button. We know we can do that kind of thing, right? Button equals. Then if that works and I refresh the page, then I should be able to type button in the console and how about I refresh the page in the right directory? Yeah. I'm in the wrong directory here. That's my problem. There we go. Now button, yeah, sure enough, it's there. So we've got that. So remember, you can do all the same stuff in here. So I'm going to add one more new file to my project. All caps readme dot lowercase md, md for Markdown. Anybody know Markdown? It's a nice plain text format that translates into HTML really easily. Use something like a hash for an H1, like Chris Mess. You can put a paragraph. First project for Extern Bootcamp 2018, Session 3. And that'll just turn into an H1 and a paragraph. And then we could do things like put an H2, like homework. I just created a new file in here using this little button right here. Just typed it all caps readme lowercase .md. And then you can put bulleted lists inside Markdown just by using asterisks like that. It's really nice. That's how you would do it in a plain text file anyway. And it just works. So make the button change to the text of the heading. I am going to paste this in Slack, so don't feel like you have to slavishly copy this. It's better to pay attention than to copy. Make the button change the text of the heading. You can do that. But that's too easy, right? That's insultingly easy. So what you need is some bonus credit. And so for that, we could add multiple headings to the page and make the button change the second one, just to prove that we can change the second one instead of the first. Put backticks around things, and it makes them look like code when it renders. Pretty nice. Good old Markdown. Add multiple headings to the page and make the button change the second one using a class or an ID. So don't just make it an H2 instead of an H1 and target it that way. Super mega bonus credit. Add a form to the page. What? We didn't talk about how to make a form? That's right. And Google is broken, so there's nothing you can do. You'll never find out. Nah, use your resources. Add a text input to the form. And when the form is submitted, update the heading with the text that you type in the text input. Getting pretty tricky. Super mega bonus. Get that thing out of my face. Super mega bonus credit. Hyper fighting. I will copy this into Slack, so don't worry about it. Make sure it works when you press enter on the keyboard, not just when you click the button. A little bit of usability there. Make sure it works when you press enter on the keyboard, not just when you click the button. Key here, when the form is submitted, not when a button is clicked. Two different events. So do that. I am copying and pasting this into Slack as we speak. And I will be committing it to my repository as well. Add a button and day one homework. Oops, I just cheated. I forgot. So if you look at the repository for my Chris Mess, you'll notice the README actually shows up here. And it shows up as nice, pretty HTML, because that's how Markdown does on GitHub. So that is your homework. You can do it. I believe in you. You have to do a little bit of investigation yourself, figure out a new thing. We'll do it together tomorrow too. But please do it. And try to commit it in a separate commit. Like maybe each time that you get a new thing finished, we will talk more about how Git works tomorrow. But like when you make the button change the text of the heading, make a commit. And make your commit message something like not update. That's a terrible commit message. Say something like change the heading. Good commit message. When you get the second part done, make your commit message change the second heading. Then when we're looking at it on Friday, we'll know just which commits to look at for your homework. We won't just look at the finished product. We'll look at your work along the way to see that you did it kind of on the right day and all that kind of stuff. So that's when you actually make the changes that you've made a permanent part of your repository, which we will talk more about tomorrow. If you've got a roommate who's used Git before, try to get some help. And remember, you can always use this in the morning tomorrow. But do help each other. Some of you are more experienced with this stuff than others. If you can help somebody out, that would be a huge help to us.